All right, I'm going to walk you through setting up the Dahua AI NVR for facial recognition. I'm navigating to the NVR via a web page. I've already walked through the setup wizard on this NVR, setting up the password as well as adding in a camera. So I'll log into the NVR now, and this GUI that you see here in front of you will be very much the same GUI that you find locally at the NVR. So whether you're web browsing to the NVR or setting it up via a monitor, this guide will basically be the same. First thing we need to do is enter the AI module, navigate there, and set up a database. So down the bottom, open database, click face library, and we want to add a face library. Once we've added a face library, enter into the details section where we can input a face. You can register an ID one by one, adding a face and their details. But today I'm going to batch register with a folder that I've created earlier. What I've done is created a folder and inputted a bunch of images and named them according to this naming format. Basically, I've put in the name and the gender. You can put in what details you want, only the name is required. So I'll navigate to this folder. Click OK. We've got 11 faces. Upload the faces to the NVR. OK. And we can see here that the NVR has automatically put in the name and the gender and the photo based on those JPEG names. The NVR will then model these faces and generate a map of the faces, so it's easy for it to act and retrieve that information later on based on their facial characteristics. If I refresh this now, we can see that the modeling has been successful. It doesn't take very long. Close this window down. We've now got 11 faces in our library called Faces. Once we've done that and created a face library, navigate to Parameters, and we need to enable face detection. Since we're not using facial capture cameras, this detection is done by the NVR itself. You can see here I'm streaming channel 9, so we're getting a lot of faces coming through. Enable face detection by device. Set the rule, which is essentially the minimum size of a face it will detect. Any face smaller than this box will be ignored. Click OK. Then we set up facial recognition for this channel. Looks like that failed. Give me one moment. Enable facial recognition. We can set a period here and then click the plus to add in our face library. Tick it again to select it and check OK. Under common mode, it will detect faces in this library and trigger an alert. Under stranger alarm, it'll trigger an alert based on anyone who isn't in that face library. We'll leave it for common mode for now. Once you've done that, you can configure any actions you want to configure through the cog here. You can record channels, create a tour for the live view, PTZ activation, voice prompts, as well as triggering a buzzer an alarm upload to the app or software, or sending an email. Now facial recognition is active on that channel. And that's it.